And hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of the Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host Jonathan, once again bringing you my thoughts and movie review for the brand new Julianne Moore, Natalie Portman film, May December. Now, May December is in select theaters right now. It is a Netflix project. I believe it comes out on Netflix this week or next week or something like that. It took me 2 buses to find the dang theater that was playing this movie because it's Natalie Portman, and yet this one over here, she's got her movie coming out soon. I can't find it anywhere, so there's that. So let's talk about this film, May December. Because it looked like a very interesting film, and plus, when it comes to me and Natalie Portman, I'm very kind of a little biased for her because she's my favorite actress of all time. Not the fact that she's really beautiful, and I just think she's amazing as an actor. I think she's the best actress on the planet. So there's that. So what the heck is this movie all about? Well, this movie is literally about, you have Natalie Portman, who's playing Elizabeth, who's an actress in this world, and she meets a young woman played by Julianne Moore, who's kind of had a how can I put this, a very famous crime happened to her, or that she was involved with, and it kind of involves her and her husband, who was a minor at the time. She fell in love with the minor. She hooked up with him. I'm pretty sure she had kids. And, they got married at whatever age he was, so she went to prison as well. Now they're making a movie about her. So Natalie Portman shows up as the actress playing, who wants to play her in a movie, shadowing her, trying to find out, information about her family. And this is kind of like based on, somewhat based off on the true story of if you guys remember from the real story of Mary Kate Letourneau, the woman who slept with her student decades ago, I believe. Then they got married, had kids too. So it's kind of slowly kind of based on that a little bit. But this one's involved her and her husband, who worked at a job, and then they hooked up there. And so they're making a story about their lives. So Natalie Portman shows up. She's an actress. She's upcoming. She's, this and that. So she wants to shadow Julianne Moore, follow her, kind of learn her history, why she did that, so she can get inside, the character, so she can make the character feel as real as what Julianne Moore was as a person, meaning her character. So, how is this movie? So, I'm going to talk about 2 things about this movie. I'm going to talk about Julianne Moore first, and then I'm going to talk about Natalie Portman. Julianne Moore was great in this film. I really thought she played the role of this woman who's, she feels like, when you watch the movie, and you have to really watch it to understand it. It took me a minute to really understand what was going on. I might have to go back and watch it again when it drops on Netflix. But from what I gather, it looks like, Julianne Moore's character in this film was basically, she doesn't think she did anything wrong. She fell in love with this guy, And by the way, I'm going to get to the actor who plays the guy, because I thought he was fantastic in this as well. She thought she didn't do anything wrong. She thought they just fell in love. They just fell in love, and they wanted to be together. She didn't care about his age at the time. She just wanted to be with him. So she's very, very, I guess, overprotective in a way with him. There are certain things that he does in this movie, the husband, that, she's very, maybe kind of skittish about. Like maybe kind of a little bit of overprotective, because she's been with him since he was maybe a kid. But when you watch this, it's like, is Julianne Moore okay? Because you watch it and it's like, I don't think she's okay, because she's supposed to be playing a woman who literally hooked up with a child. She hooked up with a child, and then I believe in this movie she had a child with that person. And it's like, she doesn't feel like in her head that she did anything wrong. And it was very fascinating to see Julianne Moore play this character, because I thought first of all, Julianne Moore is great. I love her work. I think she's great. I think she could do anything. She's fantastic in this movie. I really thought she was very kind of creepy in a weird way, but yeah, it was just like, wow, watching her. And then now I'll get to Natalie Portman in a minute. I gotta talk about the actor who played the husband. I really liked this kid. I didn't know the actor's name, and I apologize. I really thought he stood out the most because there were moments in here you watching him. It's like, man, this poor guy is like dealing with a lot, you know. But he doesn't, you know, when you expect, this is in the trailer, so I'm not really spoiling anything. There are moments in the trailer where he's like, he doesn't say anything. He just does. And when you watch this movie, he just does what he's kind of like being told. Kind of like if Julianne Moore was playing his mother instead of his wife. You know, this guy pretty much like lost his childhood and his whole world got turned upside down for what happened to him. You know, he felt like, okay, I hooked up with an older woman at whatever age he was. They didn't really specify how old he was. And he's got to step up and be like a father, you know, responsible, have a job and all this. He didn't really have a childhood. So when you watch this movie, it's like, wow, I actually feel sorry for him a lot. Because, you know, obviously when people, you know, do crimes to young victims like that, it kind of traumatizes them. It traumatizes them to the point where, like, they don't know, you know, what they're doing. They don't know if what they did was wrong. They think it's their fault. You know, they feel like they have to, you know, kind of do certain things, and you kind of see it in this movie. And I appreciate what, you know, what I saw for what this guy did. So I think he did a really good job. Maybe an Oscar nomination for him. I don't know, but who knows? We'll see. But I thought he did a really good job with the character, and you know, I'll have some negatives about it too. But let me get to the other stuff. Natalie Portman. Okay, Natalie Portman's great. Once again, she just proves how good she is in this movie. I mean, look, there are some things in here I kind of wish we got more, and I'll get to that in a minute. But what Natalie Portman was given in this role, she's playing a character who has to pretend to, who's an actor in the movie, who has to pretend to be somebody else, and you see her kind of like getting to know the family, getting to know every member's, you know, personal details and how they felt about what was going on and this and this and that. You know, getting deep information about what went on with this family and how to play that character. I thought Natalie Portman in this film did a really good job of doing that. And you know, we haven't really seen Natalie Portman go that deep into a role since maybe Black Swan, or maybe even Jackie. I mean, I feel like with Natalie Portman, every movie she does is 110% perfect effort, you know? Even if the movie doesn't turn out great. Like, obviously, Thor, Love and Thunder, I only say that I love that movie because I'm biased for her. She was fine, but, you know, exactly, was Thor, Love and Thunder that good? Not really. Except the fact I only say that is great because I love Natalie Portman. But anyway, enough of that. But when it comes to her dramatic stuff, I mean, what else to say about Natalie Portman? The fact that she always puts 110% effort. And, you know, there are some things in here I'm like, wow, there's some dark stuff from her we haven't seen in a while. Because if you watch Black Swan or even Jackie, there's some moments in here where you have to see Natalie Portman kind of break down, go a little dark, go edgy in a way. And you know, it kind of fits her as an actor to do that because she's very good at it. So seeing her do this movie and seeing her pretending to be somebody else to I guess pretend to be an actor, to get a part in a movie, to do what she can to, I guess, mimic the person or, you know, shadow them, get it. Like, there are moments in here I'm like, wow, can Natalie Portman like go away? Because honestly, there were moments in here I'm like, not because I don't think she was good in the movie. I feel like her character was so weird in a way that she was putting her acting, like her character's acting in the movie was like too much, you know? And I was like, okay, you know, you understand, Julianne Moore, it's going to snap. This poor girl is literally going to snap in here. It's like beyond crazy. But other than that, like I said, I thought the movie was pretty cool. My big negative about this film, though, I wanted more. There were some moments in here I'm like, okay, Julianne Moore's character looks like she's about to snap. Kind of wish we got something like that, you know? There were some moments in here that kind of felt like that, and it didn't really happen. And then there was some things that Natalie Portman did was like, okay, there's that, but I kind of wanted more. More to, like, you know, what's going to help her get this, you know, part right. Because when she starts making the project about the life about Julianne Moore's character, you know, she's doing it, but I feel like it could have been more she could have done, you know, but what can you do? Overall, I think it was a fun. I think it's not a okay. It's not a fun movie, but I think it was a very good movie for what we got. Julianne Moore was great. Natalie Portman, once again, great. The kid who plays the husband, he was great as well. I think all three of them working together, and I love the chemistry between her and Julianne Moore. I kind of want to see more of that. I don't think they ever teamed up until this movie. I might have to go back and check, but I don't think they ever teamed up before, and they were great on screen. I kind of wanted more from that, just a little bit more, back and forth banter or just them talking. There were moments in here I'm like, oh, that's great, and then there are moments when you see Julianne Moore's faces, expressions is like she wants to kill her. I can just by looking at it, she's like she wants to just like grab her and snap her neck or something. It's like, yep. Yes, that could happen in this movie, and I was waiting for it. Nothing like that happened, but I was like, oh man. But overall, like I said, I enjoyed it. I think it's pretty cool. Would it get nominated? It's a possibility. I mean, I don't know for Best Picture. Best Supporting Actor and Best Actress, most definitely. I don't know if Natalie will win. I mean, there's a certain person over here on my wall, if you can see, that's getting those buzzes right now for her second Oscar. I mean, though they both 1-1 right now, but still, we'll like to see the two of them duke it out for that title. But hard to say. Natalie Portman usually just sneaks by and just gets those nominations, but there are times she doesn't win. Would she win for this? Big possibility, and I'll be cheering for her if she does, and I'll be happy if she does too, because honestly, she there's nothing for me to say besides the fact that she's so good that she just, even when she does a okay performance, it's still good. And here is just a good performance, and it's like, man, but she's still good in it, It's just like, and then Julianne Moore too. It's like adding Julianne into this is like, the cherry on top. So it's like, yeah, there you go. Just give her another nomination if it happens, but we have to wait and see. So, leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about this film. Did you guys watch it? Is it playing anywhere near you? It literally took me 2 buses to find this theater that was actually playing this. I know it's coming out on Netflix, I think this week or next week or something. Are you going to wait to watch it there, or are you going to go watch it in the theater? I personally like watching movies like this in theaters, and it feels like the experience of these kind of like Oscar bait type films make it feel more, better. Even if it's playing in a Netflix thing, because I know Netflix now qualifies for, for their movies to be nominated, but I just like it looks better on the big screen. So leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought. Stay tuned for more. Thank you very much, and have a good day.